Hello. Yeah, back to game dev. The game changed a little bit. At least the tracks changed. So let's check that first. Okay. We'll need a rider. Okay, yeah, so the biggest change is that basically the game was working like that. I had the maps that were drawn in basically any graphic program. I draw those in a sprite, but basically you could draw them in anything. And using the colors and transparency, I was able to set where are the track boundaries and where you can go, and also that track that doesn't contain the but you have the spawn of the player ship, the start line, the finish line, and the checkpoints. So basically when you go through the checkpoints, the game counts them, and then you can go to the finish line. I added some shader stuff for the finish line, so it looks better. For example, here it changes when you are able to finish. So here, for example, we need to pass through both of the checkpoints before finish line is active. The order doesn't matter really. Yeah, and so I made some tutorial tracks, but I started to think about the visual part of the game and how it looks, and basically those kind of maps, you can draw almost anything. Like in the case of that one, it's really low res, so you see basically every pixel. But it's hard to control how that map looks, because player can draw basically anything here, and I'm only drawing the walls, but you may draw everything that is not the track. The track need to be like fully transparent, but everything else you could draw whatever you want, and that's hard to make like the game consistent in looks, because it really depends on what you will draw on that, and you can use like bad colors and make it not nice. So I started to think about some kind of other system for the tracks, and I started to work on it a few days ago, and currently it looks like this. I have like built-in editor, and I can for now I can draw lines. So I can do something like this, for example. and that's one of the walls. I could basically add another one. This is outside of the map, but just to show you. And it's for now it's doing this snap to the grid. It will be optional, so it will be something that you can toggle on and off to be able to snap to the grid or not. And yeah, I think that way, if the map will be built from the from those kind of lines, we can achieve. I can do it to look better, to look consistent, because even if I would allow to change the color of the walls, I can select what form, like what colors are possible, and so on, and I can override them always. Yeah, what is not so good with that is that first I need to write whole editor, like what you see here. It is something already, but it's not like great. It needs a lot of work to be fully working. For now I can only draw, I cannot delete anything. I need to add possibility to move any of the points of the lines, to be able to delete any of them, to be able to insert one inside to move them. So it will be a lot of work with that, and I hoped that I could like mitigate that to using the like graphics and using just the image as the data. But yeah, I like that. And if it's not snapping to the grid, you can make smooth, kinda smooth corners also. What I still didn't check is the performance of it, because it will be very different way of detecting collisions than it was on the bitmap maps. Because on the bitmaps I'm basically checking the pixels, if the pixel is a wall or not, and I can, when you load the map, I can very quickly run through every pixel on the map and build like sets of coordinates that are walls or not walls or anything else. And basically it's really fast to get that information. I only need to check one value, if it's present in set or not. If it's present, then it's a wall. If it's not present, it's not a wall. It was really fast. It's like it needs some computation when loading the map, but then it's really fast. And I'm not really sure how this will look, because I will need to use like to calculate either if I'm crossing the line, or probably I will use sign distance fields to check the distance to any given line segment. And if the map will contain a lot of segments, it already will be tricky. So I will probably need to optimize that by using some kind of grid. I will need to like check only the lines that are basically close, or that you have the chance to be colliding with or not. And also lines are like mathematical constructs, so they have no width. I will need to, those are drawn with some form of width, so I will need to mathematically add that and do that they match the display with the things that I will be checking in the engine. But basically that's the idea, and I will work today on that editor, because I need to, and I will start probably with this optional snap, or maybe with possibility to change the grid size here. Yeah, and after that I will try to do some form of editing of the vertices, removal and insertion. So that's the plan for today. Okay, what we have on the to-do list? Yeah, okay. Oh, also it would be good to have, with snapping is maybe not that big of a problem, but maybe with shift, the ability to be always in the straight line. I will need to think about that. But for now, I for sure will need to toggle the grid mode. For now, it may be G. I will need to think how to make that you can edit the tracks from the controller, because I was not thinking about doing like making the tracks in game, so we would need to use like mouse to draw them. But now probably it would be good to be able to draw them also with the controller. What was the name? Okay, not really. But the first one, that's interesting. Okay. Where do we use that? Okay, so we need exactly the same thing here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. Oh, you should not be able to do this. That's interesting. I'm almost sure that it should be not possible to add points when you are running. Okay, probably it's some old code in that part. Yeah, it's okay. We changed the state to modify this edit mode. Where is it used? Okay, so those are not used currently. So we could, for now, comment out those two. The last one is that. So we could change. Okay, we use the shift for that. Okay, so we but we can do it like this, not edit mode. We want to check if state is not the test run. And here then we can check only if the shift is pressed or not. That makes sense, and it should still work the same. Because tab, what is doing is allowing me to select, yeah, and if we have more of them, we can go tab one way and shift tab the other way around. It doesn't change anything in game, but yeah, and now I'm in the test run, and basically when I press 1, I'm not able to do anything. So that was strange. Even if I go, how did I do that? Okay, we don't have the grid, and now we go to test run, but I cannot. That's funny. Okay, I'm not really sure how that happened. Okay. We also don't want to show the grid, and the grid okay, it's here in editor grid. And it's using, yeah, we can make it a little bit darker also. It was export. Oh, it was like that. I think. So now, yeah, okay, it's visible here now. Great. Should we be darker now? Yeah, I think that's better. Can I do this? Yeah. I can. Okay, that's working pretty good. So I can draw. Yeah, so basically you can still do almost any kind of shape. But also we can use nice straight lines. Okay, so now it would be good. Okay, so we'll move that from the input. And okay, I will not need that. We can do it inside. So basically we can use that, and in the ready part we will need to have and we can get the no, in the ready. Okay, and here okay, the question now is, how do we get to that? Okay, so maybe we don't need them to be exported. Okay, so it should just work. So what we... Okay, we can try it on that. Oh, okay, but we want... Okay, it will be trickier because I want to do that from C# part. Ah, that's... Okay, node, and we will need to use set for that. Okay. Okay. That's not a problem. Yeah, okay, that's working. So now that's not... it's... It's working strange here. Here it's okay. Here it's okay, and here. Okay, is it? I have an idea. Is it around 0? Yeah, that's 0 point. And yeah, so it's also possible to make like very technical maps, but most of the time I would assume like fast maps. That's my idea, but okay, so for now I don't need the other ones. So that's pretty good for now. Okay, so next. First possibility to delete whole wall. And for that I will need another input action. And for now it may be like delete, and shift delete will be deleting whole. And yeah, probably shift delete. Probably editor will require some form of undo. Yes, this is what I said, like doing your own editor will make everything much harder. The easiest thing would be to just store whole track. After each change that you do, store the whole track and do this like, I don't know, 10 times, 20 times. So this is your undo count. And whenever you go back, you just revert to the previous state. And just make like yeah. Okay, so for now we have this delete because I need to think. If we have what are the use cases? If I, for example, have something like that, I may want to yeah, like that. I misclicked that one. So while I'm drawing, it would be good to hit some button to just delete the last one that I made while still drawing the line. So this is like first use case. Second use case is when I'm not drawing anymore. I finish that line and I want to remove any point or move that point. But for now we talk about deleting them. Okay, so first would be, so we will like different delete options. Remove whole wall. This should be done when you don't draw. So okay, let's try it that way. First, we'll need to add the input. Okay, I will. Yeah, on the input side, I will need to decide what is the state and call proper function. So the first thing, because okay, but here I have this editor click and I'm doing everything. I will probably need to split that also because it's not good idea. Also, it's possibly another way, like I hit the delete and there I'm in delete mode, and then I can go and delete like given, click on the given point, and it will be removed from the from the inside of the. But what if more than one point is there? Which point will be deleted? So that's tricky. Okay, but for now, Okay, so this will be the delete section. And if I want to delete last placed point, we can do it now. We can add that in the input. Okay, here it will be only one input, so no problem, at least for now. And now if you are starting to draw, so we don't have any point, it shouldn't do anything. But if you are drawing the line, now we should do that one. And now, okay, this is something that we probably need to add here, because we have add new point. So we should have like that's all. Okay, that's the list. It's a list. Okay, now we have points and here. Remove at walls line index points count -1. Hopefully. And after that, I think it should work like that. So we are drawing. Yeah, it's not working. Yeah, okay, that's... Okay, it could be when you're drawing, it maybe could be with right click. Okay, it behaves strangely if I remove too much of them. Okay, but that works. Okay, so that's pretty okay. Okay, and it probably, yeah, it will work here. But what is funny is if I go that way. No, okay, because I'm not drawing this line anymore. So I cannot do that. Okay, that makes sense. But still, if I try to draw no new one, I can. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, be right back. Okay, so what I do need next? But maybe, yeah, maybe right click is not that bad option in that. When you draw and then you can quickly currently it's really not used, I think. It's like the click or and do I have it last I like click too? Yeah, the click too. Okay, let's check that. Yeah, that's Okay, so we have some invisible line. Yeah, okay, they are still. So when I'm quitting, I need to check if the given line have 0 points and then just remove it. Okay, that should be easy. Okay, basically that should always happen when we are drawing the line. But also should do something like this. If we will be on 0, we will go to -1, and we already handled that case. What will happen if I will try to update line that doesn't exist? We will crash. Okay, so that should handle that. Okay, it's not working. What I'm drawing here like crazy. That thing for sure. Yeah, there's this empty line in the middle. Okay, so it's not removed for some reason. Okay, that one we will need to basically debug. We want to go, what happens here? Because if I draw that, I don't care. But if I... Okay, so we don't go there at all. Okay, but I know, because we don't have 0 points. We have 1 point. The first one is always there, the start one. We remove the second one. So if it's less on or equal to 1. Okay, just try it normally first. Okay, okay, it's still there. That's crazy, because I hit escape and it's still there. And it's still like, but now it disappeared. Okay, because I'm not updating the correct one probably. Yeah, we update now, and nothing happens if I update the current one. So okay, we handle them correctly in the data, but not what we do like visually. So update line will need to handle that if the line doesn't exist. We want to check. Okay, so it will be different case. So if we are below 0, we are not interested in it at all. But here so we still have by the way, if we go like, yeah, we go through the line nodes, not through the data. Okay, so I will probably need to yeah, and exactly the same here. Yeah, but it's problem for future me. So if that happens, we'll need to check okay, we still will need that. Okay, so if the index is lower than the count, then we have it, that we have that one, and we can check it. we can basically remove it now. So it will be nodes remove at index. But that will probably not work. Okay, we will need to check that. Okay. Remove child. Okay. Okay, can we use it in C#, like if I do it like that? Yep. Okay. So now we will, what we'll do basically. If we hit escape and we have only single point, we'll remove it and then update the selected line, then change the selected line index. Yeah, that may be working. so have that one. Okay, now drawing is not working at all anymore. Okay, I can unlock it. And that one works. But we have only those two, so that's good. But if I did like this, I'm not... Okay, so probably there's some... Yeah. Okay, we catch... Okay, because if we do that, we cannot do anything else on that. We basically should quit that. If that would this is what happens, because we will try to get to that here, and that doesn't make sense. Okay, we have only those two. And if I do like this and then remove the points, we still... Okay, so that's working. Just to be sure. That I do it. Yeah, 1. And in the case of polygon, it will be less than 2, probably. By the way, yeah, I also want to add not only to draw lines, but also polygons. So they will be filled inside. Just like for cosmetics, like it will be looking better probably. Okay. Okay, so we can now delete the points while drawing. So what else? What else? Okay, a removal of the whole line. So basically on that will not be available on the right click, it's only by delete. So if the state is idle, and yeah, because we can do when we hit escape, we should do it like switch by state, and here drawing line, and all that stuff should be here. And then another case is idle. And if we are idle, we want to do that selected line index equals to -1, which is nothing is selected. And now if we go with the delete, we can add new function, and it will be and here if selected is different from -1, we can, okay, we need another function here. Yeah, we are currently not handling any errors at all. So if we miss with the index, it will be not good. But yeah, I will try to secure that later on. For now, it's so we will need to remove whole line, and then select line index, and after that yeah, it's safer to just do it like this. Okay, and we can check that. So I have that one. Okay, that stopped working. I'm not removing the last line anymore. That's strange, but okay. And we cannot okay, it's probably, it's not de-highlighting. Okay, that makes sense. That's why both of them were. But still, if I hit it, okay, I have like only one of them, but it's not removed. It disappeared because, but not really, it's still there. Okay, the update line should also okay, because I'm not trying to update that line. And I should also line highlight and I think that update line should do that. If update that line is highlighted, it should remove the highlight from other line. But yeah, okay, that's Yeah, but that one, I am not able to highlight that one, and I'm not really sure why. Yeah, and that last point disappeared, so it's not there. But I'm doing something wrong with updating that information. Okay, so it still should be updated here, just in case. Or that. Yeah, here after the removal, here we remove whole line, but we also remove that one point, and we want to update that also. And we were in here. We want to okay, I will need to encapsulate that in single function to not call that code every time. So that is working. That is working. But now I cannot go to that anymore. Or I can, but it's not visible. Yeah, because now I can. Okay, so probably... Okay, that one I can check quickly, because it will be something here. Okay, so that's not valid anymore. Only if it's less than 1, then we cannot do anything. If it's equal 1, we should still be able to select that. Because earlier you could not unselect the line. Now when you can, okay, it's unselected and I can select it again. Perfectly fine. Okay, I have that one. I'm not happy with this. I can remove it. Nah, remove it. Okay. It should be always unhighlighted when going to and now if I want to change something in that, I can just select that one, make new line, no, start like here, but go without the grid. Do it like this. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Phew, okay. Can I add something different quickly? Okay. When okay, we can't say don't do anything when we are idle, but we can change that, and it would be basically I would want to be able to move the point that is already there in the middle of the line. And to do it in the basic way would be to, like when we are idle, not really sure. The best way would be to click on that point and then click again in other location. I'm not really sure about that. Okay, that would be harder to do. Because I would need to also handle that in the, like here. I can, if that would be different state, like not drawing line, not idle anymore, it would be like edit line. And then I would know that I need to move not the last point, but I would know that I need to move any given point, right? Because I can, like, when idle, I can just click close to any of the points and that point would be marked and I would go to edit line state. Yeah, it would be something like that. Okay, it would need to be when editor click and the state is idle and selected line index is different than -1. So we will edit only the selected points from the selected track. That makes sense. And what I would need is basically in the line track another function, and that would need to return something. And okay, I would need to go for, no, not for each, because I need index. So I need to go through walls at line index and points count. Walls, line index, points. So that's our point. Okay, and magnitude. Okay, we can have like distance from post to P. Okay, we need something big here, and it's not, it's in the unit. So I can do it like this. We calculate the distance, and if the distance is smaller than shortest, then okay, no, I need to handle that. Okay, if that is that. Okay, so we'll just go through whole list of points and we'll find the one with the shortest distance to that. The result, so it will be the index. By the way, how I do it, no, not a good way. But yeah, okay. Okay, by the way, basically again do switch here on state and case drawing line and case idle will do. Okay, we don't need that anymore. What that part was doing? Okay, yeah, it's old. No idle. If we are in editing line, then we will need the marker of the we'll use that one. So if we're editing line, if editing point index is different than -1, we'll do basically the same thing. And here we already handle snapping to the grid, and the line will need to be updated. So that technically should work, but still we need to handle the input. So if okay, if we are not idle, if we are in the idle, and now if editing point index is -1, we need to figure it out. So we'll do track get closest point index in the selected line, and we should ignore grid for that. And this we will save in editing point index. And if we have already, then basically we did nothing because we moved that point there. The bad part is that we cannot cancel that for now. But yeah, we can So we basically change state to okay, I should also change state here because we are in the idle. Okay, we will not be here. Okay, so here we need to change state to editing. Editing line after that, and we will never go here. We don't need to check for that, but we can, obviously. And the last one will be an editing line. And here we want to check if, again, we have selected line deluxe for sure. We need to block the possibility to change that when we are editing, but we should have it here. Okay. So just to be sure that we have this editing point index. Basically, we can just change state back to idle. I don't think that this will work, but okay, we can check that. Okay. So I wanted to do it for that line. Not really. Let's check that again. Yeah, okay, that worked. But not anymore. Yeah, I know why. Okay, because when we jump out here, we change stage to idle, but also we need to change editing point index to -1. Back again, if I could write. Now we can check that. Okay, it clearly have some problems. Clearly. Not really sure why. Like, I cannot get that point. Those are working pretty good. No, not really. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, but that's fault of the either distance calculation. Yeah, because distance can be negative, I think. That makes sense. Okay, so we need to check absolute distance. That would solve that. It's really that. So we need to have that. Do I have it on? Yeah, I have it. Oh, okay, but it's the result here is just unit. Is it really that simple? No. Okay, but it works much better. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, and how it will behave now. Okay, that's okay. If I go here. Oh, that should not happen. And no one knows why. Okay. Yeah, after that. So I'm not deselecting something. Still that's really, really good for now. Yeah. Okay, I think that will be end for today. Yeah, but I'm happy with the progress of this editor. Basically, before the stream, it was just able to draw the lines. Now we can remove them, and basically I can use the same code that detects the closest edge, just to remove that single point if I really want to just remove that one. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So thank you, Dad, and cheers, have a nice day, bye.